The question is, Brian Friel died recently. Tony, do you want to?
Yeah, he died on our opening night. I mean, the morning of our opening, and it really, I don't think any of us were able to really process it, to deal with it. It was such a cosmic thing. I don't usually use that word cosmic, but it was it was just so overwhelming. It added such poignancy to the whole experience for all of us. Brian Friel has been such an important part of AIR, my theater company's Irish theater company, and the funny thing about it was my wife Susan and I had seen Dancing at Lughnasa the final night of previews in New York before they opened, and at the end, and it just blew our minds. We were just so blown away by it. And as we were walking out, Susan spotted Brian Friel at the back of the house, and she didn't say anything. And it was the great regret of her life that she didn't say something to him, so that when he died, I thought to myself, oh my God, Susan's getting to have that conversation with Brian Friel.
The question was about the dancing, and I'm going to turn that over to our dance captain.
Oh.
Wait.
Hi. I had danced as a child in Feshana through the Seattle and Vancouver area, so I actually had a experience with Celtic dance, and this was before river dance, so there weren't any wigs or tiaras or anything like that in my experience with it. But the rest of the cast, I don't think had any previous experience with Celtic dance, and we had a choreographer come in and show us some steps. So yes, that's that.
Thank you. It was very collaborative. Once the choreographer came in, Betsy, right? Yes. Was Betsy?
Yes.
When she came in, she basically gave us some vocabulary on some moves we could do and kind of what the shape of the dance might be, like running. We like improv'd it with the vocabulary, like stuff we might do, and she's like, and now you're all going out into the yard, and we're like, okay, I'm getting kind of winded, but I'm in the yard now. And so we like created the shape as a group, and then working with Emma to say like, okay, so then Rosie joins in, and we were working for about 25 minutes on Rosie's entrance, and just by hanging out with each other and knowing each other here just on this project, we ended up goofing around and joking, and I'm like, what if I did like a cartwheel? And like, so we did a cartwheel on the table, and so that was something we kept and really liked, that Betsy didn't choreograph and that I didn't get trained in dance movement class. And you just like figure out, okay, so then the chair has to get tucked in, and the upstage and downstage part of the table has to be clear of laundry so I can plant and do that entrance. And so it was a conversation like that, I think. And just realizing, but there are counts happening. When we were practicing earlier in this run, we do a dance call anyways, but we would be like 1, 2, 3, jump, 4, 5, and just like all of us were counting the whole time, to the point where I had to tell myself not to count out loud when we were doing it. But it took a lot of work, and it was very collaborative and very storytelling.
The question was basically, how were the stage pictures created? Was it all the director? Was it all the cast? Who'd like to answer that?
Okay. Sally is sort of a special director, I think, for actors, because rather than imposing a vision of the play onto all of us, she sort of reaches through the people she's with and tries to pull the play out through the individual artists, which is very special as an actor, because you are respected and valued for your impulses. So a lot of the pictures that came are Sally trusting what we're doing individually and drawing out some things here and there, and letting everything emerge through our individual processes and create these pictures. And even now, through the run, as we're all getting a little more sleep, our rehearsal was very short, so it was pretty intense. I am still finding moments that are growing richer and richer, and especially among the 5 sisters, there's such a deepening story for each of them. In any given moment, everyone's response is so unique and coming from a very different angle. So I think just good actors doing their work over time, it continues to blossom as a process because, you know, you never really arrive. You know, when you're at the final performance of the run, you still feel like there's such a full life yet to be explored and there's more that could evolve.